words.
Who knows? Maybe. Well, it's about to come up on our laptop, so.
Oh, it's the right way
It's
around.
right way around on our laptop. Yay! Hello!
Oh my gosh.
We are live.
Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Hello. Hello, hello, hello.
Oh, look, there's two people.
Yeah!
Oh, I'm probably one of them.
Oh, probably.
Over here.
Yeah. Oh, well.
Hello, say
Can
hi.
I get chat open on here without. Okay, that's just how. Okay. We're learning how live works, so bear with us.
Yeah, I've done live on like Instagram and Facebook, but I haven't done a live
on YouTube.
on YouTube.
Yeah, so we're learning, and hello,
I'm Sue.
I'm Michael.
And we are
A close-knit family.
coming to you. We are a Knitcast.
A Knitcast from Armstrong in the North Okanagan region of British Columbia, Canada.
And I'm going to do a little sound check. Don't mind me.
Oh, hi, Joel. Joelle.
Yes, Joelle, hi.
Yeah.
Hi. Do we say it with a French accent?
Joelle, Joel.
Oh, I'm not getting any sound.
Oh, can you hear us? Can you hear us?
Let us know. I've got no sound.
It's possible this is muted, so.
Oh, right. Well, that would be a good thing, too.
Is that okay?
Let's see.
Yes, you can hear us. Okay.
All right, good.
Woohoo! You probably don't want those in your ears, though.
I got nothing.
Okay.
Okay, Knitcast Armstrong, BC.
BC,
No,
Canada.
Armstrong,
North Okanagan of BC, Canada.
Oh my goodness. Following Mike's adventures.
As a new knitter.
Yes.
Not a beginner knitter anymore, a new knitter.
And
our ongoing yarn and knitting addiction.
Yay!
Yeah! Woohoo!
Okay.
So
we're gonna try and follow like our regular kind of content.
Yeah.
And hopefully, if we get some questions or interjections or anything along the way, we'll be able to respond to them.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
Yes.
So.
Alongs.
We have our sock along.
Yes, we have our sock along.
I have to take my sock off.
Oh, okay. For every set of completed adult socks that you post in our FO thread, you are entered into our final giveaway, which we are cutting off entries for on December 25th. And for every set of socks, mitts, hat that you then donate to someone in need, we will give you another entry to the giveaway. And when we actually do our giveaway, the person with the most donation entries will automatically win a prize, and then we'll do the regular draw.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Joelle, do you knit socks at all, ever? And do you toe up or top down? And what's your favorite heel?
Heel flapping gussets. What's your favorite heel? Compelling content here on Close Knit Family. What's your favorite heel?
Well, it's you know what? It becomes a real controversy. Like even at knit night, we sit around and So Joelle, what kind do you like to do the most? What's your recipe? I guess that's the question. Yeah, we'll sit around and we're talking. Someone's got their socks out and they're holding them up and. It's like, oh yeah, I like the heel flapping guys. Oh, I do an afterthought heel. That stuff's for amateurs. It's like, well, we all, yeah. So it's always fun to find out what everyone's preference is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's that along. And
toe
then,
up on 9-inch needles, fish lips, kiss heel.
Okay. I guess I'm gonna have to try. I'm gonna have to try a fish lips.
What is a fish lips heel?
Well, it's what I call a short row heel.
Okay.
So it's blah, blah, blah. So when you make the heel, No, I don't have any socks like that. Okay, it's like putting a toe on your heel.
Oh.
Except
Okay. Yeah.
except I know the Fish Lips Kiss heel is a little bit different. Because it usually yeah. So yeah, it's
okay.
kinda it's like putting
I get what you're saying. I can see what you're saying.
So it's a short row.
Okay, but on your
But what I find, I guess, I don't know if I have a really high arch or something, but I don't find it adds enough space.
yeah.
And I find that it pulls down the back. So, I don't know. So, say hi, let us know who you are.
Yeah, if you're around and
So we can, okay, I might as well keep that out
because apparently we're going to keep talking about socks.
because that's a faux.
Yeah.
Okay. And so the other along that we have coming up, and
hello, I want to learn to knit socks and would love to use my little 9-inch needles to knit entirely. Is there a way to do that? Guess I need to search YouTube. Hi, Dee! That'd be a question for her.
Okay, so knit socks and would love to use my 9-inch needles to knit entirety. Yeah, of course there's a way to do that. Says I. 9-inch needles are too small for me, so I haven't done that myself. I know lots of my knitting friends do. What?
Sorry, you said 9-inch needles, and I briefly heard 9-inch nails, which is a band.
Yeah. yes. So I don't know if you might need double pointed needles to do the yeah, probably to do the toe. You might need to use double pointeds. But maybe someone else can answer that question for us.
Right.
Can you do an entire sock on a 9-inch needle?
Not being straight needles, not round?
No, it's a a needle that's like, so it's got little ends.
Oh.
And then it's got like a really little cord, like probably like, let's say like 2-inch ends.
I knit my toes on a 32-inch magic loop, then changed to my 9-inch.
Oh, well, there you go. Hi, Dawn!
Hi. Hello, Iowa! Good morning, Iowa!
Nice.
Is that still relevant? Watched you do your nails a couple weeks ago.
Yes, sir, Dawn. I remember well. Don't worry. See, they're still going.
Noon here. Oh no,
Yeah, okay.
I am very wrong.
I was right then. I was right. Yeah, no good mornings going on there. And I think Joelle's from New York, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, and D from NC. That's North Carolina.
North Carolina, I think.
Okay. D.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. Where were we? D. Sounds like the answer is to magic loop your heels. I just magic loop everything.
Yeah.
I do 2 at a time. Oh, I'll use Mike's socks.
Here's my whip. Northern New York from
Yes.
Joelle. Okay.
I do 2 at a time, toe up, and so does Mike now. And yeah, I just magic loop the whole mess and get him over with all at once.
Yeah, we had one of our knitting friends ask if Mom had a pattern for her 2 at a time, toe up, heel flap and gusset socks, and I helpfully commented, as a matter of fact, I know she does because I'm the one test knitting it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there have been a couple revisions to what she had written down. So.
Yep. And I'm having cold coffee because that's what I like.
I didn't grab a drink. Oh well.
Yeah, and neither Mike or I are morning people, and I know it's like 10 o'clock in the morning, and I'm still saying we're not morning people. That's how bad of not morning people we are. So, yeah, there's that.
Yeah. And then there's. God, yeah, I almost had to drag myself out of bed for this, and then there's the morning where I have to be at work by 5:30 in the morning, and those are, but you've been up since yesterday, Dawn.
Dawn, do you work night shift?
Oh my
goodness. I hope that's not like a bad thing.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Anyway, used to work night
Used
shift.
to. Okay.
Okay.
So what was I gonna?
We were in the
say?
middle of a long
Yeah,
still.
we were. So the other along that we've been talking about is the temperature scarf blanket / whatever you want to turn it into. So this is where you pick a temperature range and you pick colors for various divisions. Crocheting all night, Dawn. Why?
What have you been working on? Tell us about what you've been working on.
Oh yeah, better answer. Better question. Good job.
Yeah.
Good job. That's the polite one. Anyway, yeah, the temperature blanket. So you've got all your different temperatures, and you knit a row or whatever a day, and
I guess. Yeah.
So you knit a row for the color every day, and at the end of it all, you end up with a scarf or a blanket or a shawl or whatever it is that makes you happy.
Test pattern that is due next week. Ooh.
Oh, and you're crocheting all night? It must be a large project then. Is it like a blanket?
Getting down to the wire?
Yeah, that sounds like you should really rest.
Yeah.
It's not good for you.
Yes, you should. Blanket. Okay, yeah. Yeah, that's
Okay, well, take a break and have a nap.
Yeah, I always look at, like, okay, so you have your crochet needle and you have this itty bitty little yarn and you're making itty bitty little stitches and then you get a blanket.
Yeah.
And I'm like
from one stitch.
How I wouldn't have the patience for that. Hats off to you, man.
Oh, so much faster than knitting.
Really?
Way faster than knitting.
Crocheting at least.
Yes.
Okay.
That's why in the summer.
Oh no, I've had the frog 10 rows like 7 times.
Okay.
Oh, no.
I have a frogging story too, so we'll get to that. Or maybe we'll get to that.
Yeah.
But
excuse me while I get this notification out of the way. We're on my phone, by the way, so this is a little bit weird because this is the only way we could get it to
and
work.
jiggle. Okay,
Oh,
stop
God.
touching
it. Stop
touching it. Sorry. So,
I didn't know we got earthquakes in this region.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah.
Anyway, what was I, okay, frogging, the temperature thing, right. So you end up with this temperature scarf blanket thing, whatever it turns into, that's probably going to be likely a fade from end to end. And so just if it's something you want to join us in doing next year, I found out about it like on January 1st this year.
Yeah, because someone in one of our groups was.
No, I don't know. I found it somewhere.
Okay.
And I was like, man, that'd be cool. And then I thought, well, yeah, maybe next year. Well, actually, at the time, I thought there's no way I would ever get that done because having to pay attention to getting the temperature and stuff every day, I just wouldn't do it.
Sorry, I need to get this notification out of the way again.
And Mike comes in for his close-up.
Okay, that wasn't as bad that time. D says, yes, knitting socks to me seems like using toothpicks and strong used to larger yarn weights and larger needles.
Yes, string. It says strong, but she meant string.
Okay.
Gotta read between the lines.
For me, it was either string or straw. So I don't know why straw, but that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know. Well, my problem is I go from like socks, which I do on a 2.5. Just leave them, honey. Which I do on a 2.5, and then I'll go up to one of my other projects, which is on like a millimeter. I'm talking millimeter. Sorry, guys. I don't know the U.S. equivalents. Anyway, I go up to like a 4 or a 5, and it's like, well, I think that's why I start getting problems because I'm going back and forth from different sizes. Oh, you've done one, Dawn.
And after 3 months, it was king size. Ooh.
Okay.
That's a big boy. That is what we professionally call a big boy.
After 3 months, well, okay, so you were crocheting the temperature blanket, I'm guessing, because if you're gonna crochet, like each row is about
Okay.
this much, right?
Okay. Oh yeah.
And that's why crochet goes so much. That's what we were talking about. Crochet going so much faster because your rows are like a half, 3/4 to an inch, depending on what stitch you're using.
Okay.
There's actually, Dawn, a friend of mine. Let me see if I can find it here.
I was doing a different stitch in blocks for each temperature. Ooh.
Oh, that would be interesting. A friend of mine. Actually, it's another one. I call her a friend. She's local. We communicate all the time, but I have never.
It is faster. Uses way more yarn.
Yeah, it really does.
Knitting
It
for
re-
years, but haven't challenged myself to knit socks or sweaters. 2 things on my to-do list.
Oh,
Well, hey.
join us in the sock along.
Yeah.
Win a prize.
Absolutely.
Anyway, my friend was working on my friend. We've never actually met. We communicate, and it's funny, we find ourselves in the same groups all over the place, so we obviously travel in the same circles. But, okay, well, that didn't help. Sorry, I'm trying to find. Anyway, she has a really cool. She's been doing a temperature blanket this year, and she's crocheting it.
Yeah.
And it's a really neat pattern.
It is.
Oh, maybe that'll get me there faster.
Well, people have been posting a lot of photos in the chat, so or in the.
Oh, I know. Like we're only at Knit City here. Go back. But in the summer, I think she posted a whole bunch of things. And I had asked her because I had shared her picture. There it is. I had shared her picture on one.
There you go.
So, trying to get it. Okay, there we go. So that's her crocheted temperature blanket.
Yeah, in the middle of the summer, which was a
Yeah.
couple months ago.
So it's a really cool. I think it's a neat pattern that she's got there. It's not like the normal thing.
Been crocheting for 50 years.
Wow.
Wow.
Good job. That sort of sounds like me in knitting.
Yeah. Yeah.
Only it's like a couple years less, not many.
I think that is like Apache stitch.
Okay. I just thought it was beautiful.
Yeah.
And maybe I'll crochet mine after all.
I'm knitting.
Although I kind of got it in my head to do the zigzag.
Yeah, you did get that idea. So, yeah.
Anyway, alongs.
Alongs. We're still in the middle of alongs, and we're what, 18 minutes in?
So if you would like to get ready for that, and so you're ready to go, and that's what I was saying. What was kind of turning me off. I know you can crochet a zigzag, but it's a zigzag scarf. It's a pattern, which is a zigzag and whatever. Oh, right. When I figured out that, hey, you can usually find historical data about temperatures. That's when I decided that, maybe I could actually do one of these temperature things because, who's going to pay attention every day? And I'm going to do the high and low temperature.
Yeah, that's what I'll probably end up doing. I might do something special if it's record breaking for fun.
Put in some hot pink.
Yeah, or do a row seed stitch or something.
Right.
Something like that.
Now that's an interesting idea. If I was doing garter stitch. Oh no, I had that idea before. They'd get all mixed up. Never mind.
Okay.
Okay, winners.
And will there be a giveaway?
We thought there should be a giveaway.
Yeah,
because it's our live.
It's live.
But we made no decision about that.
I knit 3 together.
Oh, what a cool idea, Dawn. Hey, is that you, Steph? Yeah, from doing a temperature blanket from the year you were born.
Yeah.
little gift.
Ooh. Hey guys, we'll go watch you live. Good to see you.
Nice to see you too, Steph. I'm still assuming it's Steph.
Says reconnecting. Terry, but close enough, eh?
Oh.
This might not. Yeah.
Oops, buffering.
Maybe we should have been on the other side of the house. Oh, we're sort of back.
I briefly thought about that too.
Yeah.
Okay, well.
Oh,
there
we're
we
back.
go.
Okay.
Okay, sorry.
Sorry, guys.
You're probably missing Mike saying all the things about, oh, we're in the wrong side of the house and stuff. But yeah. Okay, Terry. I don't know if you heard me say, yay, Terry.
Hi, Terry.
Oh, nice.
Okay. Oh, there we go. Our chat's catching up. Okay. We are reconnected. For real this time. Those are all great ideas. Good thing we have a duplicate of chat right there that we can type into if we need to. Chat in two places. All right.
Yeah, no. Wow, that's kind of got my mind just a going now.
Uh-oh.
What a cool idea.
Stuff happens. Raining cats and dogs here.
Oh.
It was wet this morning. It was the skies above Armstrong.
Oh yeah.
It's wet.
It's gray.
It's gray. It's wet. It's fall.
Trees are yellow.
Trees are yellow. I think you can see some out our window there.
Yeah.
Although I think they're blown out. Anyway.
See, now my mind is just stuck on this birth year or anniversary year. Who was it who said anniversary year? Anyway, yeah, what a great idea for like a
Mm-hmm.
a
Okay.
blanket for Okay. Anyway, yeah, and crochet them for I could get those done for Christmas. No, I'm not.
No, you're not.
That's stupid.
You wouldn't do.
I wouldn't do that.
Well, it's not that you wouldn't do that. It's you have so many other things going on.
Yeah. Terry, we were asking about your favorite ways to make socks. Toe up, top down,
Heel flap.
Heel. What's your favorite recipe? Let us know. Okay, so moving on. Here was something. What? I was just gonna ask if we decided on doing a giveaway or not. No, of course not. Okay. I mean, we haven't decided. Yeah. Sorry, guys. So, okay, basically, yeah, we want to do a giveaway, but what are we going to do to do the giveaway? Yeah, true. Okay. Like, we have to... Yeah. We have to plan. We have to do some planning. We can do one of our random giveaways. Do we have one? You've got them written down somewhere. Yeah, I have them written down on my computer. If I can be absent for, like, a minute. I'm going to be absent for a minute. And I'll talk about these things. I'll talk about these things. You go and do that. Where the heck... Oh, shoot. And now... that thing that's been in my face. So I'll talk about this other one. So this is fun. It's Free Pattern Friday. And this is a free pattern on Ravelry. It is from... Oh, you know what would make sense is if I actually went to the Ravelry page for this. This is a really cute hat. And one of my friends shared it on our Facebook page today. So it's The Ramble by Shireen Nadir. And don't you love watching me just tapping? Oh, full screen. That's what I want. These nails make things awkward. Anyway, isn't that a cute... Oh no. Yeah, I'm technology challenged. Anyway, isn't that a cute hat? It's a free pattern on Ravelry called Ramble by and it's published in the Blue Brick. So there's the Ravelry thing if you want to. Oh, can you see it? I don't know what I'm doing. Anyway. Hi, I'm back. That's that. So the other thing, I don't know if you guys have seen, there's this, nose warmers apparently are a thing.
Oh, God.
Knitted nose warmers.
Those things look awful.
Yeah, they're kind of weird. Yeah, just say no, right? Let me see if I can find it here. Oh.
I thought you were gonna say Willy.
Oh
Are we
my
back?
gosh.
Oh, hello. Okay, we're back.
Oh my god. Willy warmer, Dawn? Really? Although I have seen those. But that's a completely different story. No, these are nose warmers.
Told my mama I needed to make her one. Her nose was always cold.
Oh.
Yeah, those
I'm like
Kind on Ravelry, yeah.
I'm like, really? I can see where they might have an application, but come on. This is the whole like furry
is bad.
It's like, oh my god. I don't know.
Waste of yarn for those. No. Most
people who want and who feel they need a nose warmer are gonna already have a scarf and they're gonna pull it up and and I would never walk around with that on my face. I can't even.
No.
I'm trying to think of an application for that. So maybe, I don't know, maybe if you really needed to talk on your phone and you needed to keep your nose warm.
They need whiskers on them. I don't know if that would make them better or worse.
Pink with long black whiskers. Like a little nose. Whiskers and an eyebrow?
Should at least do like cats, dogs, pigs, etc.
Yeah! Yeah! See? That I can get behind. I can get behind that.
Okay. So I looked at our document where we have written down ideas for a random giveaway. We have a couple ideas that we can still do. I figured that we could do, post about your project and tell us how many stitches you cast on, which we did once before, but we have other plans for that. Or show us tell us about the colors you have in it. We also have
Well, you're sharing all our secrets here.
Well, I'm sharing you.
I was hoping you would just pick one and go for it.
Okay, how many stitches do you have cast on?
So on your current project, we'll have to put
we'll put a Ravelry group together.
A Ravelry group
thread.
Because comments and stuff will get completely lost on this.
Yep.
So we'll make a Ravelry thread and go in and tell us how many stitches you have. Pick one of your projects.
Yep.
And how many stitches you cast on for that project.
Yes. Yeah.
And we'll tell you what the answer is next week. Not what the answer is. We'll tell you who the winner is next week.
Next week. We should write that down so we remember that
That
we have
would be
it.
a good idea. He's so smart.
Random give
my son.
stitches.
Okay, foes.
Foes!
You've seen them a couple times.
Ah!
Oh no, these were full last week. I didn't get Dad's hat. Mike.
I
Carry on
don't
without me.
have foes.
That's okay. You can carry on without me.
I have only friends.
Talk about.
Well, I can certainly try to talk about something. So funny story this week. We went to our local yarn store, Twist of Yarn, in Vernon for the purpose. What is the name of your Ravelry group? Our Ravelry group is Close Knit Family. Close Knit Family is our Ravelry group.
I think so.
Yeah. You could even just look it up. You can, and you can post the link in chat.
Okay, foes.
Foes.
I finished the hat, the brioche hat that
I'll
I
finish
was
my story later.
making for my husband. And I don't want to show you how lovely all the lines and stuff are because they're not. I got to the point with this where I just needed it finished. There were all sorts of really bad words being spouted off in the house.
I was in the house for that.
And
there
were, my poor little boy with bad words.
Yeah.
And so there's the inside. We're not going to look too closely. every time together brioche, so you're working with like 5 strands of yarn. So I'd do the knit 3 together, and then I'd like tug on it and pull on it and spread, do everything I could to make sure I'd caught all the stitches. And then I'd carry on and I'd go back and I'd come around to the other side and I'd be like, well, this isn't right. And I'd turn it out and it would have run down like 4 rows of brioche that I'd have to try to figure out how to pick up and what did I or didn't I do. I had finished it, cast off, I'm sewing in the ends, I turn it inside out, and there's another stitch like runway down, and I was like, are you kidding me? Oh, so this was turned into the project from hell, but I'm very happy with how it looks, and my husband likes it, and I guess that's what really matters.
Yeah.
So that was Gina's. Nothing wrong with the pattern. The biggest problem with the pattern is that, of course, I didn't really read it.
Of course. Okay.
And so that's done.
Yeah, let's figure out what our Ravelry group is for Dawn there.
Oh no, we can do it on here.
Or we can do it on there. Okay.
Okay.
We have so many devices at our disposal.
Whips!
Whips! You saw them before, but my only whip this week are my socks, which are going to be a gift for my friend. And yeah, so I finished up the Story of the Yarn Store. Well, it's right. It's a really short story. I was trying to tell it really quickly, but we went to the yarn store for Mum.
I need a DK weight.
She needed DK weight. She left with nothing. I left with this. So we'll get to that in a bit. But it was I just thought it was funny that we went to the yarn store for Mum and I'm the one who left with yarn. So it's sorry for leaving you in suspense there. It really wasn't that important. Anyway, yeah, my socks. Hello.
Where the heck's the name on here?
Close knit. It's just close knit family.
Just close knit family.
Yep, close knit family, and is our Ravelry group. So, my socks. I have finished the heel portion, and I am now going up the leg. I am doing 2 at a time. So I have don't lose anything there. I have like this much yarn left. I'm planning on using all this because I don't know what I'd use this for otherwise. And this is from the original ball, so I have that much left. You can actually kind of see through it in certain points, although not from this side apparently. Anyway, yeah. So that's my whip.
And the pattern is Mom's, Sue's. This is how I do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
With did I forget to tell you to knit 2 together at the end of the row? Yeah. Okay, whips.
Whips.
So I finished the hat.
Yay.
Socks
look great. You have lucky friends. Oh, thank you.
I worked on my Ranchland shawl from Disdoro Ranch. So again, it's just growing. This green thing marks where I was at last time you saw it. So if you didn't see when I talked about this, all this yarn is that's my that's my safety.
Your safety, your floss, yes.
My lifeline from another project. Anyway, so all this yarn is somewhat local to us, locally grown and spun, and it's natural. These are all natural colors, and from Disdoro Ranch, the Ranchland shawl. It's on my project page, Sue Garens. That would be my name, Sue Garens on Ravelry. And the pattern is linked to it, and it's growing along. So there was that. And I also I have to.
Very pretty.
I have to go back.
Joelle says very pretty.
Thank you very much. Okay, I have to go back. So this next pattern is Balance, and I keep getting very confused. So this is the magazine it's in.
Okay.
Calm. And then it says Kim by Kim Hargraves. So I don't really know what the title of this magazine is, if it's Calm or Kim, because Calm does not appear to be one of the patterns, unless I'm missing something here. There's Calmer. Anyway, has all these beautiful patterns in it. And no, I'm not being paid to do this. I just want to show you what's in there. I really like this one. I'm knitting this one, Balance. And I'm going to knit this one. So probably this one is going to knit. But there's some really so I don't know, but that's okay. Liked. It's got, it just looks like it would be very, looks like it would be super comfortable. But there's this beautiful cable knit sweater. I just find, like, Kim Hargreaves stuff, there's so much thought, and a nice slouchy sweater. Cardigan. Oh, we do, I don't know if Terry's still with us, but I guess I should be saying jumper or something. Another beautiful, her stuff just, it's very, what's the word I want? It's very nice, beautiful structure. Look at that. See, I wouldn't mind that one either because it's way off the neck. And I get so overheated. That, okay, so here's Balance, the one I am knitting. And it's a nice, loose, open, like, mohair one. I'm probably boring you silly. This one, if you watch Fruity Knitting, you would have seen Andrea knit this one. And if you don't watch the Fruity Knitting podcast, it's so good.
I like that balance.
I know, I love Balance. And this is a nice sort of ribbed, longer sleeved jumper sweater pullover, depending where you live. And then this is a cute, I couldn't wear it, but this is a really cute, like, that's a mohair. Let me see. In England, it's a vest. We call it a tank top. Singlet? Singlet! Singlet, I think it's called in England. Anyway, to go on, there's some really, see, isn't that sweet?
There's some good stuff in there.
I like her, I love her stuff. Anyway, okay, so enough about that. Here's my whip. So this is my, my Balance. And so if you look,
I couldn't wear that. Yeah.
here, in between those cables, you'll see how it, and just for the record, this will never fit me. I don't know who the lucky winner is going to be, but someone else is going to get this. In between those two cables, you can see how it decreases, and that's where she's put the shaping, like the waist shaping. It's beautiful. And you know what, I think the thing that I love the most about this is that the pattern repeat is so easily memorizable. Memorized?
Sure.
Memorizable. But this is kind of my, I don't know if nemesis is the right word, but this is one that I'm working on that I'm determined I'm not going to fudge anything. So that means, and so I've also got lifelines in there. That's what these little bits of floss hanging out the edges are. I've ripped back to lifelines twice now.
Ooh.
On this project. So I must really like it.
Yeah.
But I want it to be right. Because if something is wrong, it's going to really stick out like a sore thumb. So every time I go to string a new, and this is what happened yesterday, I went to put in a new lifeline. And before I put in the lifeline, I like just really scrutinized really closely what I've done, and I look at it and I pull the stitches and really have a good look at them to make sure there's not something weird. And every once in a while, it's like, okay, what happened there?
What did happen there?
Something's not right there. And usually I can just sort of run down, like ladder down to the spot and fix it and come back up again. But sometimes that doesn't work. And then thank goodness for lifelines. So if you don't know what a lifeline is when you string a nice thin slippery piece of yarn. I use dental floss.
Can't believe you're knitting that in a size that's not for you. That's some serious dedication and process, not product knitting.
Well, yeah, and that was partially and totally processed. This one for me is absolutely processed. The lifeline, I use dental floss. Don't use waxed. You want it slippery, or maybe you do want waxed. Anyway, you want it as slippery as possible.
Wouldn't wax leave a residue on your knitting?
Well, no, it just gets sticky. Like, so when you go to pull it out,
okay.
it's sticky.
Yeah.
And don't do it right before a cable twist row. Guess who did that?
Oh gosh. Oh gosh.
Anyway, so I'm using my Haya. What size are these? These are 3.25. And I don't know if you can see, but there's that hole. Where's the camera? Oh, look at me through the hole. So there's that hole there. And this is a really thrashed. I can probably afford to get another new piece of dental free from the dental floss. Anyway, I just put the and you can put like your thin yarn or whatever through that hole. Anyway, you put it through the hole, and then you knit along.
And it gets dragged along.
And then at the other end, you just pull it through at the other end, and then it's done. So you're going to be knitting the row anyway, so it's super easy to do.
Yeah.
And it saved me on this project for sure. So I'm trying to do it every time I cable, which is about 8 rows. And it just means that when I I screw up, I've got like I just pull back to it, right? I don't even bother trying to go back to the mistake because I just pull back to it. It knits up really fast because it's really easy to memorize, and I'm enjoying it because I am doing it, stitch perfect.
Will it fit your daughter for a Christmas gift?
I don't know if it'll be done by Christmas, and it'll hopefully be too big for her. That's the other thing. I really was not thinking this through at all. Essentially, I bought the yarn and it's Ancient Arts yarn. They're a dyer in Calgary. I love the way this is knitting up. I was concerned about using a speckled yarn because I thought with yarn it might be too much, but the pattern still shows up really well. Oh, and that little dangly progress marker, that's where it was the last time you see it, but keep in mind I've also knit probably an extra 2 or 3 inches that I've ripped out and reknit.
Yeah.
So yeah, Ancient Arts yarn. They are a hand dyer in Calgary, Alberta.
Yep.
And I had bought this yarn for a different project. It's their Nettle Soft. It's merino and nettle, as in stinging nettle, and it's called Paperweight. But yeah, and as far as okay, why am I making a sweater that I can't wear and I have no idea who is going to wear it? I had the yarn. I got the yarn for a different project, and then after I got it home, I was like, I don't think I want it for that project after all. And I really wanted to knit this one, and I was like, oh, maybe that's, So then I decided, well, I'll make the biggest size of this one, of Balance, because maybe I'll be able to wear it. And knowing full well that the biggest size is not going to fit me. And then I had the right amount of yarn, and, it kind of all was good, falling into place. And then afterwards, I thought about it, and it's like, okay, well, if I really liked this thing, I could have altered the pattern to fit me. But I didn't. And I also could have said, oh, okay, I'll knit this for so-and-so and knit a size that would fit them.
Yeah, but you didn't.
But I didn't. Because all of that would have made sense.
Yeah, but we do things.
So part of it is the reason this is happening, and I don't know who it's gonna fit, is because I'm cheap.
Make panels to put it on the sides to fit you.
Oh, interesting. Dawn, you're bringing your A game today. Wow. I could do like some siege stitch. Well, we'll see how the yarn goes, because that was the other thing. If I made it bigger, I might not have enough yarn. So we'll have to see how that goes. But what a good idea.
Yeah, I love to design.
Oh,
Clearly.
I could even just do like, you know, like a yarn overs, like do a really open section, which would help me with my overheating problems. Anyway, so there we go. So those are our current
Whips.
whips.
Yeah.
And so now back to the yarn store.
Back to the yarn store where Mom was gonna get yarn, and I was the one who walked out with yarn. Yeah. So while I was in the yarn store, I have a dice bag that I've been really wanting to knit, and they recommend using a ball of Noro Korean yarn. So I picked up a ball of that, and it's got all of these wonderful colors going on in it.
Very
I
nice.
really like Noro yarn, just because of the long variegations. Like I know Mom was using some for her
That sweater.
and the long variegations weren't very good. Beautiful lattice panels, beautiful yarn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Dawn, absolutely. Yeah. That's kinda what I was thinking.
Yeah, this is the Korean. I believe it is a worsted.
Oh, sorry.
weight. It is 50 grams to 100 meters. I don't know what that is.
So 200 grams to 100, or 100 grams to 200 meters.
Yeah.
So it's a
Worsted. Okay.
it's a heavy worsted.
Okay. 100% wool, and this is color 397. Doesn't that just evoke 397 to you?
Oh,
Yeah.
right, this was Silk Garden.
Yeah, that's what I got.
Oh, this
Or-
is the same weight.
actually-
Isn't
well,
that
actually-
funny? I would never have said
Oh!
those were the same weight at
Ew!
all.
Okay.
Shh, don't squeak and hurt people's ears.
Sorry guys.
Squeaking's my job.
And while we were in there, Mom remembered that I had this project, which is this is still the
Cowl.
the cowl, but this is the
What are you trying to say?
this
yarn.
is no this
swatch.
swatch. Yes.
Last time it was me who couldn't remember the word swatch.
Yes, this is the swatch. And yeah, we're realizing for color work, the yarn I've chosen, you lose all the definition. And the other trouble is I kind of have the entire spectrum
Of colors
of
that
colors.
you like.
Yeah, of colors here. So it was like, okay, well, what do we find so let's find another solid color, and we'll work it in with those as sort of the background and the foreground. And we settled on this Estelle Chunky Baby Poop Yellow.
Green gold.
Yeah, this is the Estelle Chunky. This is color Q63314. And and I have
Hold it up.
Yep.
No,
I have-
where we can,
yeah,
so
there we go.
that should be. I'm sorry.
That's
I
why
just did that.
That's why I was doing it this way.
I'm
There we
so
go.
Sorry, I just
And
did
I have two of them.
Oh my god. Okay, carry on.
I have two of them. And so yeah, I'll be redoing my swatch with this and that, and hopefully get started on that cowl.
Oh my god,
So,
you're so smart. So smart.
yeah, gray poupon mustard.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
Well,
yeah. I can.
If that's what it's, I would. Great, no grape. So it's not coming off the right color then for you, because it really is gold. Yeah, but everyone's screen is different, right? Because gray poupon to me is a much paler color.
I have no idea what gray poupon is.
Gray poupon.
Poupon. Yeah, but this is Q63314. So yeah.
Anyway, that will be very, very nice.
Yes, that will be very nice. And yeah, sorry, the project that I'm planning on using this for, I believe it is called the Deep Sea Anemone Dice Bag on Ravelry. It is a beautiful pattern.
It's got a really nice, like the colors fade up the
yeah,
dice
and
bag.
apparently
It's
you can
really
get 2 of them out of 1 ball of this. So yeah, because dice bags are surprisingly small. Nowhere near big enough for anything that I need to do. Alrighty. Are you still with us?
Where it froze.
Where it froze. Oh, that's a nice place. Oh, we're back.
Oh!
Hi! So I was out with my friend, hanging out. We were killing time at the mall, and I walked into this one store that I know has a fair selection of games, and I saw this game, and I was like, oh, I'm obliged to buy that. So, Mom, where do we broadcast from?
The North Okanagan region of British Columbia.
This game is called Okanagan Valley of the Lakes by Emmanuel Ornella. Okanagan Valley of the Lakes is I call it Carcassonne adjacent. You have the same sort of tile laying, worker placement ideas as Carcassonne, but this one just sort of adds a set collecting mechanic, so it's upside down. You have to collect certain reward tokens to score points based on objective cards that you have, and it's really interesting. We played it the other day, and yeah, we played it 2-player. It was good. It was good. I can see having more people being a entirely different game, but
has absolutely nothing to do with the Okanagan.
Except for maybe a reference to we can't decide if it's peaches or apples.
And water.
And water. And lakes. We have 1 lake. We have 2.
We have multiple lakes.
Swan Lake, Okanagan Lake, Cow Lake. I shouldn't count. Yeah.
We have multiple lakes.
Yeah, we have many lakes here in the Okanagan. So yeah, Okanagan Valley of the Lakes, and I was actually really surprised to see this from a French publisher. The same publisher did Captain Sonar, which I talked about last week. So this isn't some indie local group that are doing Okanagan Valley of the Lakes, and yeah, I recommend it very much. It is for ages 10+, between 2 and 4 players. And it takes about 45 minutes to play, which I think was about right. That was about right.
Gosh, I wasn't paying attention.
I wasn't either, but I think 45 minutes was about right.
Yeah.
So yeah, Okanagan Valley of the Lakes. Pick it up.
Yeah, it's a neat game, and nothing to do with the Okanagan.
No.
But that's okay.
That's okay. Carcassonne has nothing to do with the Carcassonne region of France.
Yeah.
So.
But on the subject of games.
Yeah.
Now, I can only do this because Mike hasn't seen this yet, so it's a little bit of a spoiler
Sorry,
alert.
folks. Gotta run an errand. Be back soon. Have a great afternoon if I don't get back for.
Bye, Dee. Nice to visit with you.
Thanks for coming.
But yeah. So last night I watched
Critical Role.
Critical Role. So those are the people, the group that we watch who play Dungeons and Dragons. And but last night they had what's called a one shot. So it's where you play it's a quick game. Well, quick. It's still like 4 hours long.
But
it's a one game in one time frame.
Yeah, beginning, middle, end in one session,
Yeah,
whereas
instead
normally
of
it takes like 2 years.
this one that's going on forever that we're watching. But it was so cute and almost worth looking up and watching if you are a Harry Potter fan or a Breakfast Club fan, and if you're both, even more so. They mashed up Harry Potter and Breakfast Club into sort of the story role of this thing. It was really quite funny.
I know Laura Bailey, who DM'd that.
Yeah.
And they did a Harry Potter Breakfast Club mashup.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm
Yeah.
kind of excited to see that now.
What was really funny is that we shouldn't be talking about this right now, but anyway, Sam had no idea, like, had never seen the Breakfast Club.
Oh no!
And his character was Claire, who's the stuck-up
Oh no!
Molly Ringwald's character
Yeah.
in the Breakfast. So anyway, it was really quite funny.
Okay.
It was funny.
Yeah.
It was good. He's like, I have no idea what these references are. I don't think he knew Harry Potter either, because he was saying things like he didn't understand
Oh no!
what the references were.
Oh no!
So anyway. About a bunch of teenage
Yeah.
boys
Yeah.
nerding out. Anyway. Oh my god! What is that from? Is that from the Breakfast Club, Joelle?
It's been a while since I've seen.
Yeah, I've seen it a couple times, but I that particular line I'm not sure I remember, but
Yeah. Well,
anyway, so if you're curious at all, if you look up Critical Role,
Yes,
yes,
okay.
If you look it up, if you look it up on YouTube, they're actually under Geek and Sundry.
Yeah, they also have their Critical Role.
Yeah, but
channel.
they
the
don't.
Critical Role is posted on Geek and Sundry. It's a
Anyway.
good time.
But you probably that YouTube thing probably won't be up until Monday or Tuesday next week.
Monday, probably.
Under Geek and Sundry, Critical Role, and I can't remember what the it's anyway. It'll be their most recent one.
Yes.
It was really quite cute, very funny, and you have to have 4 hours to waste watching it. So.
Hey, you're knitting.
Yep, that's my thought. Okay, so events from around the world. Okay. So, Yarnporium is coming up in London. We've talked about that before, and I can't. Oh, I bet I do have no, because even in my notes, I just said, "Oh, I've got the card. I'll read it off the card." I just know it's really coming up soon. So if you're interested in going to Yarnporium in London, you can search it and find out information about it. But I think it's the next weekend.
Okay.
All right. On Saturday, November 3rd, the Fall Fiber Festival 2018 is happening at the Eisenhower Community Center in Hopkins, Minnesota.
There you go.
Be there. Fall Fiber Festival 2018, Saturday, November 3rd.
Yeah.
Okay. This one, I would like to get on a plane and head for. Wednesday, November 7th.
Okay.
The Magical Fiber Fantasy Retreat at Disney's Coronado Springs Resort in Orlando, Florida.
Oh.
Disney and knitting.
Oh. That'd be
Can you
fun.
see Goofy coming in and trying to knit and stuff?
That'd be fun. Yeah.
Do you remember? Yeah.
I remember doing Disney.
Goofy with the banana hanging out of his mouth.
Yeah.
Or was that Max? No, it was Goofy.
Yeah, it was Goofy.
Or was it Max?
This was in grade 1 for me, so like that was Goofy.
Anyway.
That was Goofy.
Okay. So yeah, who
Yeah.
wants to go to Disneyland for knitting?
Yeah.
Holy humidity and
Yes.
heat. Yeah, but
Yeah.
still.
Disneyland. Knitting.
Yeah, humidity, heat, and hurricanes, right?
Oh,
So,
yeah.
yeah. Okay. And then November 8th to the 11th, Nature's Luxury Retreat 2018, featuring Isabel Kramer, at the Hotel Leidenhof, Emsdaden, Germany. Germany.
Germany.
Yeah. So and like NL Retreat 2018. So when I first saw that, I thought it was the Netherlands, and that got me excited because our family's from the Netherlands. And
Mhm.
that sounded like a fun thing. Yeah.
Okay.
So
So.
okay. So the giveaway.
Giveaway.
Be sure to go to Ravelry to tell us how many. Pick one of your projects if you have more than one, and how many stitches do you currently have cast on. Now, if you're like a crocheter, go with how many are in a row
Yeah.
or in your first row.
Yeah. Do that. I completely forgot about crocheters. I keep forgetting you guys exist.
Michael, you're being like somewhat offensive. That's not
I'm
okay.
sorry, guys.
We are inclusive.
We are an inclusive group.
Wow. Okay. Do we have anything else? I guess I'd like to just thank you for joining us.
Yeah, we've been
doing
live
this
for an
live.
hour, and
It-
this is when we discover that this is not going to get automatically uploaded to our YouTube channel.
Oh, that would suck. And yeah,
I had
thanks.
that thought about halfway through. I was like, do I know that this is going to go to our YouTube channel?
Hopefully we set it up so it will.
Oh God.
That would be a good thing.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Well then, I don't know, like, again, how many stitches were in the first circle?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like that first row.
Alrighty.
It might, and even for knitters and stuff, it might be just one or two or whatever.
Yeah.
But that's, could be 300.
Three could be three. I had projects once
Okay.
to start with 3. Anyway.
So,
you should do it more often. Do our random giveaways? Yeah.
or do the lives.
Do the lives. Oh, yeah. Do you mean, yeah.
Dawn sat with me for 2 hours while I did my one hand of nails. So but it was
Dawn's
fun.
up for anything. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll see. We'll maybe do this again sometime. But we don't want to do it as a regular thing. We want it to be a little, I don't know, not spontaneous either.
Live.
Well,
Okay. Yeah.
Next time it might be more spontaneous. Who knows?
Who knows?
But
Okay.
thank you very much for joining us.
Yes. Thank you for joining us.
To those people who are watching this later, we should have said it before. Welcome to new people, and thanks for coming back. So if you're still here, welcome to
new people, and thanks for coming back. And
yeah.
Alrighty.
Carry on.
Yeah. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Although some of you have been chatting along with us for this whole time. And yeah, hit that little bell icon to give you a notification whenever we upload a video and when we go live.
Share, tell your friends.
Yep. Yeah.
That's it?
I think that's about it.
Okay.
So
keep your
knitting close and your family closer. Now here's where I reveal that I have no idea how to stop the stream.
So I'll say bye.
Bye,
Like it's all
and I'll
over.
do that.
And